Hey everybody, I'm talking to you from my bathtub because this is where I go when I feel anxious or stressed out or sore or sick, whatever. I like to have a bath every night as part of my sleep routine, and I try to be really careful not to waste water, but it helps a lot with my chronic pain. Tomorrow I'm having a surgery. I'm pretty nervous about it. It's not a big deal. It's not a major surgery or anything like that, but it is a surgery, and I haven't had a surgery since I was a kid. I had tubes put in my ears. I don't remember it. I was really little, like 5 or 6. Yeah, so basically I have several chronic illnesses, as most of my followers know from following me. I have endometriosis and interstitial cystitis, and both those diseases impact your pelvic floor. So endometriosis is the disease where the tissue that is supposed to grow inside your uterus grows in places that's not your uterus, like on all your other organs and in your pelvic floor and in your pelvic wall, and it has to be removed, and it can keep you from having a baby, and it can also cause excruciating pain, which is what it does to me. Interstitial cystitis is a disease where you get, have you ever had a canker sore in your mouth and you know how horrible they are and you're trying not to touch it? Maybe you like bite your cheek and it turns into a canker sore. So interstitial cystitis is like having canker sores in your bladder. Basically, that's what they look like. And it feels like a 24/7 bladder infection that just never, ever goes away. So to treat my endometriosis, I trying to stop the growth of the cells through use of hormone replacement therapy, which is pretty intense because it has a lot of side effects, but painkillers don't do anything at all. So the only thing that I can do is stop the disease from growing, and the side effects feel like a small price to pay for no pain or little pain compared to the pain I used to have. My interstitial cystitis, I actually have it mostly in remission, but I went a very long time with it not being diagnosed. So it put a lot of stress on my body. And the area in which both of these diseases puts a lot of stress on my body is called your pelvic floor. So everybody has a pelvic floor. It's like the group of muscles and the part of your body that kind of holds all those pelvic organs together. It's what helps you use the bathroom, move your diaphragm for breathing. It helps you if you're a woman and you have a baby. It helps you with your abs and your core stabilization. Like if you do a crunch, those muscles, those that you feel there, that's part of your pelvic floor as well. And your pelvic floor attaches to other parts of your body, so goes down into your legs and up into your back, which is why sometimes when people have pelvic floor pain, they also have leg pain and back pain, which I've had like my whole entire life, and we just didn't know that that's what it was. So tomorrow I'm having a procedure done called a vegetable vestibulectomy, vegetabiliectomy. It's a thing. Okay, so women have these things inside them called vestibules. We'll say vestibules. It's easier. And it's like a group of nerves that come together. And one of my groups of these nerves is covered in endo, so it's like corrupted this whole vestibule and causes a lot of pain, and it causes all my pelvic floor muscles to just go, and they don't relax at all because they're in pain all the time, and so they're trying to protect my body so they stay tight. But by being tight, it's causing me all this pain everywhere else. And so I did a lot of traditional treatments like my chiro and my pelvic floor physiotherapy. I tried muscle relaxers and medication, but we're at the point that it's like, now we need surgical intervention to get this to just stop. So they're gonna go in and take out this vegetable that's causing the problems. Vegetable. That's ridiculous. So they're gonna take it out. It has like a 90% success rate, but there is a chance that it could actually make it worse, or it could do nothing. So that's a little, nerve-wracking, but 90% success rate is good. So they take it out and kind of like seal the spot over. And then while they're in there, they're going to be giving me injections of Botox into my pelvic floor. So what's really funny is that my pelvic floor is getting more Botox than my face ever will. I mean, I could little here, maybe get rid of these, that little here, maybe get a little here. Okay, so Botox is stupid expensive, and even though mine is being used for a medical procedure, it is not covered by insurance. It is $800 for this little teeny tiny box of Botox. It is insane. But Botox has been really effective for helping people manage chronic pain. A lot of people get it like in the back of their neck and up in their temple for migraines, which is kind of cool. I know some people have had it for nerve blocking, for back pain and stuff. People have gotten it in their jaw from whiplash. So we'll see what happens. So the surgery itself is only going to take like 2 hours. It's not super crazy. I'm going to have stitches and not going to be able to be a mermaid for like a few weeks and just trying to let it heal properly. And then in a year from now, I have to have a laparoscopic surgery where they go in and basically scrape the endometriosis off of all my organs. So I'll do a different video about that because that one's much more intense and has like a 6-week recovery time, some more risks and everything. So yeah, I'm just kind of documenting this because I know a lot of people follow my journey with my mermaiding, but also because sometimes I think it's important to see this side of people who perform in the public and see that it's not all Photoshop and beautiful tails and wigs and flawless skin and great attitude. Sometimes it's terrifying and real and messed up and it's life, right? And we just keep going on and do our best. And I want to empower other women who may have pelvic floor problems, interstitial cystitis, endometriosis, pelvic pain, dysmorphia, I think it's called, when you have really painful periods and stuff like that. And I just want to let those people know how this goes because I think a lot of people debate this surgery and aren't sure if it's the right choice for them. So at least maybe they can watch my experience and see. So yeah, and the bags under my eyes because I haven't been sleeping because I'm a little stressed out these days. So maybe the anesthesia will just knock me out and I'll have the best sleep. So I'll show you the Botox. It's very interesting. This is going in my body tomorrow. It was in this giant box with all these ice packs because it has to stay cold. This little box of Botox is $800 and it's not covered by insurance. But thank you to Allergan who gave me my first dose on them. I wish I could say this was going in my face. It's not. It's not going there to make me look young. It's going into my pelvic floor to try and help pain. So we will just wrap it right back up. I can't believe the giant cooler it's in. It's really crazy. It has to be kept cold. I guess, you know, they guarantee that it arrives nice and cold and safe. I'm just so floored by this ridiculous packaging. I guess it came to me, and then I have to take it to the hospital, which I think is interesting. Anyway. There's my Botox prescription in this giant bin. It's going inside my body tomorrow. That's nuts. So, hospital gave me this little patient book that gives me all the instructions of when it's going to be. I already had my pre-admission appointment. This is all the stuff I have to bring with me. How to prepare. The day of my surgery. Being in the operating room, the recovery room. All that kind of fun stuff. It says I have to take my medications and my vitamins and put them in a bag and bring them with me. So Right now, I'm taking I have to take a lot of calcium because my medication depletes calcium. I live in Canada, so I have to take D because we don't get enough. I also have to take a lot of magnesium because my medication makes me sweat a lot, and I get rid of my magnesium too fast and I get terrible muscle cramps. This is something I'm taking to try to help my ears and my nose. It's a steroid spray for your nose. And then this is my northindrone that I'm taking for my endometriosis. Alrighty, I'm all decked out. Gonna have my surgery in like 45 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm here at the IWK, and they've been really great to me, really nice and wonderful. And I've got these great socks on that I couldn't figure out how to put on. I'm a little nervous, but everyone's been really nice, and Shawnee's gonna keep an eye on me, and we'll be good.
Yep.
Right? Okay. I'm so hungry. Here we go. Hey everybody, I'm home. I was discharged from the hospital and it went really well. I was really scared going in, and then they couldn't get the IV to go in my hand, in this hand, and they tried a couple of times and it wouldn't go in, so then we tried the other hand and tried a couple of times, and then thankfully it did go in. So I had a vestibulectomy, and I had Botox injections, and then I also we decided last minute to do a nerve block for my pudendal nerve, which is like behind your belly button and connects all the way down to a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, so when I woke up, my throat was super sore because they put a breathing tube down it. My skin was really itchy from the medication they used to put me to sleep, and I was really high because I was on fentanyl, which freaks me out. I've never taken drugs like that before. So yeah, but I mean, it was, the doctors put me on it, not a pill or anything. It was an injection, I guess, and I only got the one dose, but it was weird. So I was a little high. And when I woke up, I was talking about mermaids, which they all assumed was because I was high. And then one of them recognized me and said, no, she really is a mermaid. And so when I fully came out of it in the recovery room, they were playing my videos on the TV. It was so wild. So yeah, I stayed there for a few hours because while I was under, they also numbed me similar to an epidural. So it wasn't an epidural, but it kind of had the same impact in that, like, basically from my hips to my knees was numb. And not being able to feel your butt is really weird. So they got me up and wanted me to get walking, but they didn't understand that I couldn't feel anything yet, and I didn't really understand that I couldn't feel anything yet because I was still a little loopy. So I tried to walk and just went whoop, right down. They had to catch me, and back in bed I went. So I stayed there for a few hours just waiting for my body to wake up, and it eventually did. I have stitches, and they are the kind that disintegrate over time. And they're bleeding a lot, but I guess they said it's normal because of the area. I was just not really prepared for them to bleed so much. Like in TV shows, when your stitches bleed, that's like a bad sign. But they said it's okay. They were going to send me home with narcotics, but I said no thank you because I don't find painkillers do a lot for me. I have a really high tolerance, so they'd have to give me a lot, and addiction runs in my family, so I just didn't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. So I said no thank you, and I'm just sticking to extra strength ibuprofen, which means I am in a bit of pain because of that. That being said, I am already experiencing some of the good things that the nerve block has done. My hips feel crazy good. I can't believe this is what normal people feel like. Your hips just move like this. My bladder feels really, really good. Normally I have to pee at least once an hour, sometimes twice an hour. because of those muscles and the inflammation. And I peed once in 6 hours. It was weird. I've never had that experience before. It was like, is this what normal people are like? What do you mean you don't have to plan your day around peeing a million times? So that was really cool. I'm gonna take another day off to rest just because the meds have left me a little worn out, and because I am dealing with pain and the painkillers aren't as effective. So we'll see how I feel. I'll do another little video and we'll check in. But so far so good, and I can go swimming again once the sutras dissolve. But I'll probably keep this whole month off. I just don't want to push it. Maybe towards the end of the month I might do a gig for my lawyer, so we'll see. But yeah, basically it went really well, and I'm really thankful for all the people, and I'm not allowed to wear makeup or do anything with my hair, so this is what I look like. But yeah, thank you everybody for your love and support, and I'll check in and let you know how the rest of it goes.